Oh boy, again, we're getting plenty of Terran here in the early stages of the bracket, and one will rise, the other will fall. Which one will it be? As spawning in the top right hand corner of 2000 atmospheres LE, we have El Abogado himself, the CranKy Duckling. He is red. He's hailing from the land of Peru. It is NeO.
Is he a loyal already?
Almost, mate, almost.
And on the other side, his Terran brother, his Peruvian brother, playing for Sexton Gaming. This is Tavo.
Aye. And this is where more of the favorites start to fall. We've lost Eon, we've lost Rover, we've lost Shelby. Shelby, please. And now we're gonna say goodbye to one of these players, mate.
Wait, what did you expect? This is like a mate. There is no place for the weak here.
Yeah, no place for the weak, only the strong. Oh boy, and it's been a while since I've had a good NeO versus Tavo. There's a reason for that. People may be wondering. I remember ARJ Skater and Fernando were like, yo, where's NeO been? You know, like he used to be so much more active, and that is because he was focusing on his final exams. Not his final exams to be a lawyer, his final exams of the semester, as they did finish up last week, and now he can focus on playing StarCraft. But I will say that the problem is that he has been focusing on StarCraft, but again, it's been a week. He was on a hiatus for like a solid month, so he's not in. I wouldn't say he's in like tip-top form at the moment. I wouldn't think, but maybe he's put the hours in, and oh boy. We'll see how he compares to Tavo.
Let's see, mate. I mean, NeO has already advances 2-3 rounds, so bad he's not. The question is it going to be good enough to defeat his Terran brother Tavo?
Yeah. Like these two, they go back and forth in series so often. I do think overall Tavo has an edge. I think like historically he has won a couple more times. I could be wrong there. So yeah, we'll see if that comes into play here. Regardless, like they don't just play against each other often, they practice against each other often as well with their TvT. They share builds, they work together. They're brothers, man. They're good friends, very good friends.
Yes, they are. Will they happen to be from the same city, or are they from different parts of Peru?
If you recall, NeO is actually living in Chile. He's living in Chile.
All right, he's a Peruvian Chilean. I remember.
Yeah.
I sometimes forgot that thing is a thing.
Yes. There's a reason why NeO played in the Rebirth tournament, if you recall, when they did open it up for Chilean residents instead of just Chilean citizens. Meanwhile, Tavo is showing up here looking to try and delay the CC, and it looks like he will by focusing down that initial SCV.
Yeah, just in time that command center was not far from finish, and that's a little win for Tavo, because now his command center is going to finish first.
Oh yeah, there we go. It does finish up beautifully. We of course have this 1-1-1 opening from both players, but Tavo just being a little bit more aggressive, going for that Hellion, diving across the map. NeO being a little bit safer, prioritizing that Cyclone.
Yeah, definitely. Now both players are transitioning into the classic Marine tank. And both players going for medivacs, for one medivac specifically. Are we going to see a small drop maybe?
We should. There we go. Immediately, Tavo does pick up 4 Marines and a tank. We've seen this quite often on a map like this, where you do drop here on the low ground, you siege up, and you are able to shell away at some of the production. Specifically, this depot, maybe the racks as well. He could try and dive straight into the main base, which is kind of what he looks like he wants to go for. But this is really scary because, again, there is a Cyclone. Like, if the Cyclone's in position, the medevac could be focused down.
Yeah, we'll see, mate. We'll see how good can NeO react. He's currently chasing those units on the left-hand side on the map, and yeah, he doesn't see, and the units are going to be able to disembark, including the tank, and mate, contact, siege mode.
Oh my god, there's no siege whatsoever. Instead, oh god, the tank gets focused down, and Tavo loses everything.
did he panic a little or something? Or maybe there were too few units and he knew that he couldn't save them.
It looked like the tank was trying to get into the medevac. It was like click to go in, but like everything was moving at the same time anyway, and like it was just being left behind. It's like, no, don't leave me. And yeah, I don't know what happened there, man, but Tavo, that was a pretty expensive loss. Like losing a tank like that matters.
Yes, it was. Even though like it didn't do any damage, Tavo is still ahead in workers. I don't know how. 41 versus 36.
Yeah, just a little bit more on point with his macro. I'm not too sure if maybe NeO was a little bit supply blocked earlier. Of course, the CC was delayed, which does affect that in some way. But for that 5 SCV disparity, like that's pretty huge. Oof. And on top of that, Tavo is even being a little bit more greedier. Third CC is thrown down on location as well, so he's gonna have his third up and running a lot faster.
Shout out to James Baxter that is in the chat. James Baxter, please tell us, how did you beat one map out of Roro?
Yeah,
I'm very curious about how it happened.
Yeah, we were praising James Baxter earlier as a player who, again, was a more amateur player in these weekly events and is slowly becoming a lot more notable. It's very impressive how far James Baxter has gone in a relatively short amount of time.
Yes, I kind of want to see Roro is well, at least I know Roro because he sometimes loses to like strong pushes or strong cheeses, especially from certain players in the past. And I kind of want to hear James Baxter's side of it. Did you bailing bust him? Did you Nidos him, or was it just a straight up macro game where you play better?
It could also be a situation where Roro cheesed him and he just defended. Like, yeah, there's like so many different scenarios that could have happened. So yeah, tell us your tale, James Baxter, in the chat. Meanwhile, we are progressing here in this game. We do see a scan, and I mean, no one is surprised here, and there's a reason why Darking was joking about this series taking a long time. NeO is playing mech.
Yes, as NeO does, he's going for triple factory 1-star port. So yeah, a lot of Vikings, a lot of tanks, some Hellions to run about the numbers, and there we go. You have an army. Now the thing is Tavo aware of it? I mean, he's probably kind of aware of it because these two have played together a lot, so he knows the heavy tendency of NeO for going mech against it. But so far, I don't think he has noted mate because he is continuing marine production, and if he knew he was playing mech, he should probably start focusing more on Marauders.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that Marines do have a place here in this matchup, but he doesn't have any like medevacs to utilize those mobile Marines, right? And like try and drop in multiple locations. So at the moment, Tavo doesn't really have the ideal army. What I will also say is that NeO, it feels like he's reverting to his older self. This is a very comfortable composition that he goes for, but it does have its weaknesses, because you did mention the Hellions, and right now he doesn't have any. He's starting Hellion production now, but he does prioritize just straight up tank Viking a lot more, and as a result, like, he can lack that buffer, and Bio can get on top of this army. Kind of like the master situation we saw earlier with his robot units.
Yeah. Only that, fair.
Kappa, mate. Kappa. I know about that one, mate. There's been a lot of comparisons that mech is kind of like Protoss.
Yes. Only that, not as good.
This is true. But here we go. Tavo is now pushing out across the map. He's got plenty of Marines. Now he has a couple of medevacs as well if he wanted to. He could lift up. He does get spotted by the spotted Marines of NeO.
And Tavo is going in. I didn't think he would be able to, but yeah, a few tanks got denied by the Ravens, but there's still a lot of tanks left for Tavo, mate. Tavo won the fight. And NeO does not have any more tanks ready.
Yeah, exactly. Too many of NeO's tanks were disabled then and there, and the bio army of Tavo was able to get on top of those tanks. And that's another problem that I have with NeO's composition, is that, again, he didn't have very many Hellions to protect those tanks.
Yeah, that was a nice reset. Now currently we have six stands for Tavo, only 2 for NeO. And mate, now Tavo got medivacs and he's going straight into a doom drop into NeO's main base. NeO has a Casafi turrets, but I don't think it's going to be enough if Tavo just flies straight in.
Exactly. Like these turrets, they can maybe focus down one medevac, especially because this first medevac is a little bit weakened. I mean, it does have the tanks in it as well. So Tavo, you got to be careful with how you maneuver your army. But he is avoiding the sensor towers of NeO when he gets in.
It is to load it into the main base, and this is critical. This is huge. And Tavo immediately GG's, and GG Tavo takes the first point in this series.
GG gets called. Oh god, NeO, unfortunately, he did not have a sensor tower there to catch that massive doom drop. Also, again, that massive fight outside his natural did not go his way. Like losing all his tanks like that, really did hurt. And with that, now we're getting ready for game number 2, mate. And I guess the thing that I'm most curious about is what kind of map are we going to end up on?
I'm going to tell you it's not going to be Jagannatha and it's not going to be Beckett Industries. If we see one of the two, mate, it cannot be possible.
Yeah,
if one of those two is true, I will give one sub to your channel.
Ooh, okay. I was about to say that Beckett, I've seen plenty of TvTs on Beckett Industries, to be honest. Just because of the nature of TvT, like it can be a little bit more common. Oh, and we don't quite see Beckett, we see the other one. It is gonna be Blackburn.
Oof. Good. I'm safe.
Oh god. Just letting them know that we are ready, and as Ducklings said, it is going to be on Blackburn. Which I don't know if I like, to be honest. Like, I'm thinking of the vetoes, and if I were NeO, I would kind of like Beckett a little bit more than Blackburn. Not gonna lie, like.
Yes, definitely. This is a very small map, so it is very easy for infantry to, one, reach out faster, and two, because of the way the map is settled up, the infantry player can either try to surround your tanks, or just straight out how Tavo finished game number 1 with a big drop.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Here we go, everyone. Welcome to Blackburn, Ellie, and Spawny here. The player who's currently down 1 game. This is the CranKy Duckling player. This is NeO.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Blackburn LE, we have the Peruvian Terran. He is purple, representing Storm Gaming. It is Tavo. Oh boy.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he canceled his gas. Interesting.
Was it about timing, or he probably mistimed that?
Yeah, oof.
But even so, that's not a good start, mate.
Yeah, it's not a good start here for NeO. Not the biggest of deals, but I think it does kind of give us a little bit of insight when it comes to maybe his mentality right now. Maybe he's a little bit nervous. I don't blame him. Again, after a pretty long hiatus, he didn't have a lot of time to get ready for this tournament. And of course he's here, and as you said, like, he's a good player. He has made it this far, but can he make it further? Can he at least tie up the series and go to the ace match? I would like to think so. I would like to think he has a plan coming into Blackburn. You were talking about doom drops. Yes, doom drops are totally possible here, but at the same time, because of the slow zones, and like this main isn't that big, like it doesn't take that many missile turrets to really defend your base and try and stop that from happening.
You're assuming NeO is going to put missile turrets there to begin with.
This is I mean, I'm assuming NeO is gonna mech it up and he's gonna slow the game down. I could be crazy. I could be wrong about that. I don't know.
Well, we'll see, mate. We'll see. So far, both players opening exactly the same. Two gases, Reaper into Factory. The question is who is going to go straight into Helios and who is going to go straight into the Tech Lab for possibly a... Oh, what's the name of the unit that I blink out? The little train that could... Yeah, the Cyclone. Thanks.
The little train that could.
Yeah, because I just remember the Carbot the Carbot animation where the Cyclone first appeared.
Yeah. Thomas Tank Engine, mate.
Yes, that thing.
Oh god. We'll see what the plan is here. As we do have a tech lab here on the factory, so it looks like NeO wants to go for that Cyclone opening once again. Meanwhile, ooh, his Reapers aren't in position, mate. The CC is gonna be delayed.
Not again. There we go. They kill the SCV and then just move out immediately.
Yeah, they just nope on out of there. Ay. Yeah, not the biggest of deals, but these small things they add up, you know, like the delayed CC, like the cancelled gas. Oh god.
Oh god, he's going to lose the Reaper fight. One Reaper goes down and the second SCV as well.
No.
Mate, you need to talk to NeO after this. He be careful, he might not break his keyboard or something.
Yeah, this is a really rough start for NeO. Like, he finally has a Cyclone out, but Tavo, he's not stopping his aggression. He has his own Cyclone, and now he has the additional Reaper because NeO just lost his own. And NeO, he's not in position.
There we go, Marines are taking out the Cyclone, target the other Cyclone. The SCV, and the SCV is focused again.
Yeah.
A third SCV, third delay on the CC, mate. This is real huge because on the other side of the map, the CC of Tavo is done a long time ago, mate. He's tends to play ahead, three of which are workers.
Man, I'm getting some Nina versus Shelby vibes right now from the from the duct tape. Oh god. This is a really rough start. If NeO wasn't the kind of player to go mech, I would be worried for him. But because he is the more defensive player, he is kind of like La Tortuga, you know, I do think he's going to be okay once he gets into the swing of things, like, you know, 6-7 minutes into the game when he gets his tanks out. Until then, though, honestly, he's looking pretty vulnerable, and Tavo could maybe try and hit a timing. Oh,
please, everyone, Funara for shoes in the chat because of the bad joke that he just made. Did you read it?
What is wrong with you?
How do you stop an astronaut baby from crying? You rocket.
Oh god. Look, I just ignore him, okay? Just shaking my head for sure, shaking my head. Meanwhile, we just see the third base on the way for Tavo, and I love this decision, by the way. Like, again, he's so far ahead in terms of the economy. Get further ahead, get another base. Is NeO really going to be aggressive and push out on the map? Like, unlikely. So you know what? Just take that third. Don't just take the third, but take it aggressively towards your opponent as well. Oh god. Meanwhile, NeO is also getting his own third base. Not on location though, unlike Tavo's. Darky, are you okay? Are you with me?
Yes, I'm okay. Was it me?
I'm not sure, but
I just felt a little bit of lag. I thought someone disconnected.
It's okay, so, we're all still here.
Yeah, everyone is fine.
We're all here. It's all good. But yeah, you know, like NeO, he is still in this, right? He's getting his line of tanks up and running. He's getting his Vikings out. But what he does need is he needs vision, right? He cannot let something like a Doom Drop catch him off guard again.
Yeah, let's see how these players go for it. And we see again NeO going for the mech play while Tavo is going for the bio play this time. So yeah, Tavo is moving out now.
That he is, and I'm worried because, mate, it's gonna be about the Ravens. You know, who's gonna get the tables off first? As both armies, they do spot each other.
Yeah, they're very scared of each other, mate. What they're like, oh no one wanna pull the trigger first.
There we go. We do see a scan. And NeO, he is set up. He is now landing his third base. He also scanned earlier. He did see the third of Tavo. He knows he's behind in terms of the economy, but he's catching up in terms of the supply.
Yes, he is, but he's still behind economy 10 workers, and his third base was a lot later than the third base of Tavo. Like, you look, the CC is barely there, while Tavo's third base is basically full.
Oh yeah,
he's going to impact in the next few minutes, mates, because once the economy of Tavo gets going, he's just going to keep getting barracks after barracks after barracks, mate. And I'm not sure if NeO can keep up, especially if his initial fight is not good.
Yeah,
he needs to be careful to do not lose one fight like he did the last game.
Yeah, it's going to be all about that initial fight, as you were saying. NeO has to make sure he has eyes on the map. He can spot the army coming. He does have a spotted marine. Like, if he is pre-sieged, and if the disables are on point, if the anti-armor missiles on point, I do think that NeO can hold. And if he takes a good engagement, then he can kind of pull himself back into this and even things out. But it's all going to come down to that engagement. And the army does get spotted. Marine gets taken out, but there's a follow-up one here as well. So again, NeO, he should be feeling confident when it comes to spotting this army. Oh boy, and Tavo, mate, he's on his way.
He's destroying the rocks, you know, pulling some free space for his army to move. And I think the first engagement is going to happen again.
Oh my god,
is he going to go like the previous game? Let's see, mate.
God, the
tanks were on siege.
Yeah, they were late to siege. The disables do connect with the tanks as well. Meanwhile, Tavo isn't sieging at all. There we go, he finally does, but he lost his bio.
Yeah, I think NeO is the one going to win this engagement.
Yeah, like Tavo was so late to siege. I mean, he traded fairly well. As we see, NeO just barely held on, but questionable move there by Tavo.
Yeah, definitely questionable. A few tanks of NeO survived this time, unlike the previous game, and nothing of Tavo survived. Now he's going. What he's going to do is he trying to do I don't know, for some reason he went into the Maybachs, then changed his mind. I thought he was going to drop, which I'm gonna be honest, that's not a bad idea to just drop your army. Especially because, you know, as we saw there, the turrets are not ready.
Exactly. It would have been a really nice opportunity to go for a drop, but Tavo, he thought better of it. He thought maybe it would be better to just try and circle around towards his third base. But unfortunately for Tavo, the sensor tower finishes up just in time, so NeO does have eyes on this. Meanwhile, this main base of NeO is still a little bit vulnerable. I hope we do see a sensor tower here at some point, because again, like, there's just a bunch of dead space here that a drop could go in through. And there it is. Like, NeO, he's still behind when it comes to the workers and the army, but he's taken one good fight. Can he take a second?
Yeah, he needs more. The first one was good. He still has a lot of Vikings, so those medivacs are basically going to do nothing. And that is good. Also positioning that for his tanks, you know. For people who don't know, the tank has more range than actually his vision. So it's actually a pretty good idea to have like flying units to give them the extra vision. He finds one weak spot with only one tank there, and he managed to see out mate. And oh my god, this is a really good fight for Tavo.
Oh my god, he's distracted because there it is. We do see a drop in the main base and the entire mineral line goes down. And as you said, all those Hellions just went down as well. So these tanks are so vulnerable.
Oh man, 18 workers went down in the main base, and oh no, the armories are going down as well. No more upgrades, no Thors in case he needed them, and even another tank is going to be killed, mate. Tavo is just going straight away from all points, and I don't think NeO can defend it all. And there we go, GG. Tavo takes it 2-0.
GG. Tavo just pulls apart NeO there, going for the drops in the main base, hitting the third, hitting the fourth, and NeO just didn't have enough army there to keep up. And a lot of that, it did kind of snowball and escalate from earlier on in that game, where NeO was just behind the economy and he just really struggled to keep up. And as a result, Tavo does move on. It's obviously it's a sad moment here. One of them did have to move on, the other did have to fall. NeO, his run here in qualifier number 1 has ended, and Tavo will move on as iScar updates us to face Jarpi.